Hello, it's Nerdydollgirl again here, and I have my very special guest, my sweet husband, John, is come to do a video with me today, finally. You probably all thought I was making him up, but he's real. I'm not trying to hide him, it's just life is busy and yes. But now he's here, and we're going to do the BJD Partner Tag by Denali Wind. I think that's how you say your name, sweetie. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions related to BJDs, and you answer the best of your ability. And
this is actually take two.
Yes.
We were interrupted by my parents, so I will be honest on the first couple, what I got right and what I didn't. And then after that, we're honest sailing from then, I suppose.
Exactly. All right. So you did answer the first three, but we'll do it again.
Yep.
So number one, what does BJD stand for?
Yeah, that's the easy one. Ball jointed dolls.
Awesome.
That one's not new.
Number two, what company started it all?
And I said Super Dolphy. I didn't catch that was Volks.
Which was also good.
Part marks. Part marks for me.
Number three, can you name three other doll companies?
No. I'm not good at the doll company names. I remember a lot of the dolls. She had her Super Dolphy. She had a Lish after that. And she'd always been a big fan of Tonner Doll, which is an American company. But other than that, I do not remember the company names.
That's okay. I can't remember most people's names. So
there's Steven something. No? That's fine. There was a gentleman whose company is named after his name.
Yeah. You
followed him before he started making dolls.
Yes. Now I can't remember.
Well, there we go.
So I'm no better. Okay. Okay. Number four. Your favorite doll of mine. So which one of my dolls is your favorite? Or a Phoebe? Okay, yeah, so answer that part first.
Okay. My favorite would still be the Tonner BJDs that they didn't make very many of. Can I remember the names of them? Like there was Tyler, right?
Yeah.
But that one wasn't my favorite. There was the one I didn't tend to like normally in the vinyl, but I really liked in the BJD. Sydney?
Yeah.
Tonner BJD Sydney with your personal repaint. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Good. I like that answer. Is there a favorite BJD that you've ever seen? So not necessarily mine, but a favorite one that you've seen.
I don't do a lot of looking up of BJDs on my own.
Oh, come on.
So I'm probably going to stick with the ones you have. I love all the anime stuff. I'd love to see a really cool, Final Fantasy Sephiroth kind of thing, but
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
There was one made.
Probably. I haven't looked it up.
Oh. Well, maybe you can do that. On all your free time.
Yes.
Okay. Number five. What's the appeal of BJDs, do you think?
You like the posability, because then you get to play as like a fashion photographer and dress them up and pose them and style them. You have your backdrops, you have your photo tent, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, they just carry them around everywhere and treat them like little pet people.
Pet people. I like that.
Companions, would that be a better term, I suppose?
Pet people works too.
Personally, I like it better than chihuahuas and handbags, so I have no problem with that. You want to carry your dolls around, do that. I think it's really interesting with all the wigs and outfits and everything.
Awesome. Good answer. I like the pet people. I might call my dolls my pet people now.
At least you don't call your kids that, I suppose.
No, not at all. No, it's true. Okay, number six. How do you feel about me being in the hobby?
I think we're happy that we both have hobbies. It keeps us out of trouble. If you're going to be blowing money, better on dolls than cigarettes and things like that. I don't know. I think it's cool. You have your whole display up here, which I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I like them. I come in and take a peek every now and then. They're
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Works for me. Gotta spend your money somewhere.
True. Number 7. How do you feel about the expense of being an active BJD hobbyist?
All hobbies are expensive. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You get more value reselling your stuff if you tire and want to move on than I have with any hobby I've ever done. So, I mean, it seems to work out well. And you like the buying and selling and all that. So you can kind of trade them in and get something new and have the excitement of something new. So it's worked out really well.
So cute. Sorry, I wasn't allowed to say that, but
I like it better than handbags. Right?
Yeah. Although, yeah. My kids make fun of me because I buy a new handbag every 2 years.
No, I tease you.
Every 2 years?
No. Because you'll have a little tiny purse that's easy to carry around. And then you'll have to buy a big purse because you don't have any space. And then you throw out the little purse. And then after a few months, you need to buy a little purse to just carry what you need because the big one's too heavy. And then the big one gets thrown away. And then a couple months later, you need a big purse because you can't fit everything you need in the little purse.
You guys understand that, don't you?
And so on and so forth. That's the joke. That's the running joke. I need a bigger purse. I need a smaller purse. It's the Goldilocks of purses.
It's true. All right. Number 8. If you had a BJD, what would it look like?
Sephiroth.
I know, I could have answered that for you.
From a video game. Big guy, long sword, long white hair, anime style. Fits a lot of the BJDs.
Yeah. Would you want the, ridiculously enormous sword to go with it?
Yeah, there's no point otherwise.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't play with it or anything, so, it could be as big as you wanted. It could just sit on a shelf in a nice glass case and
that'd be awesome.
just pose it, leave it, done. That's
right.
more my style. Statues. I like statues better.
Yeah. Well, that sounds cool. Okay, number 9. Can you remember your first impression when introduced to BJDs?
I'm not a super reactive person.
No, he's not.
Overall, so it was something probably along the lines of, oh, that's cool. So, she was into dolls for ages. She had classic, historical dolls, the Armand Marseilles and all those things.
See, you remember that, see?
And
You're awesome.
they were like the dolls from every horror movie ever made.
It's true.
You remember. Maybe I need their name to banish them someday. So fashion dolls were a happy surprise after the classical creepy murder you while you're sleeping dolls.
Well, I'm glad my hobby has made it less creepy now.
That's my answer. Although the body parts all over, eyes and arms and hands.
I've got a head in the mail.
Yep. Got a head coming in the mail.
Yeah. Okay. No, I've lost my spot. Okay. Have you ever... This leads into the next one. Number 10. Have you ever thought BJDs to be creepy or scary?
No, I don't find BJDs to be creepy. I find they're very artistic. They're like statues that you can pose. So, action figures. They're action figures. I don't care. I don't care if they're dolls or action figures.
Yeah. Now, this is not on the question, but have you ever been embarrassed by the fact that I collect dolls?
Wasn't a huge fan walking around Anime North with the thought of you carrying your doll everywhere.
Yeah.
Because there is a stigma. It might not bother me, but I know it does, and I'm maybe too aware of other people's opinions of other things. But that would be a little bit... Because there are some people who go really far with doll stuff, and I don't want you to be misconstrued.
That's fair.
And I don't want that to reflect on you. Let's be honest. It's a selfish thing.
It's a selfish thing. She's over there. I'm over here.
Otherwise, over there somewhere, yeah.
She's over there somewhere. Thank you for being honest. Number 11. Do you prefer male or female dolls?
I would probably own male dolls.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the more iconic figures from anime and video games that I like are male.
Yeah.
And I would probably be sensitive to being judgy of having these, overly busty anime women toys that are mine.
No, those ones are just mine.
No, I got the one with the bigger boobs. Right? but I don't really care.
Yeah.
I more like that they fit a vision, that they kind of fit a style or a look or something that I like.
That makes sense. And then the last question. You're on the home stretch, sweetest. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies now. I don't have a whole lot now. I tend to spend my time with video games because there's something you can pick up and put down when you have time. The kids go to bed. You take half an hour once in a while. I used to be in my own little collectible thing. They were little figures that you could paint and play war games with, but I just haven't had time for that for ages and ages. I write, I play D&D.
Yeah.
That's about it. Go bike riding with the kids.
Yeah, when we first got together, the first big present that I bought you was a whole Warhammer set.
The paint set.
The paint set, yeah. Yeah. I find a lot of my like doll friends, their husbands or girlfriends are into Warhammer. So it's kind of cool that...
Hobbyists need to be with hobbyists.
Yes, we do.
If I was a neat freak and I came into your space, we would have problems. If you were a neat freak and you came into my Warhammer space when I had it, there would be problems.
Yeah.
We both understand.
Exactly. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing. Well, thank you, sweetest, for doing this video with me. This August is our 18-year anniversary. So I'm very, very blessed. And thank you for supporting my channel and my dolls.
I've been very proud of your channel. You're doing awesome.
Thanks, sweetie. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next... Well, I will see you next.
And I will fade back into the shadows where I'm more comfortable.
Okay. Bye.